Live from isolation, it is Sitting with Seawolves with your host, Mr. Lavanco, and today's special guest, Mrs. Circo. And now, here's Mr. Lavanco.
Welcome everybody to the fifth episode of Sitting with Seawolves. I am so grateful for you for joining me once again for another week here by the bay. We got a good show coming to you this week. But first, before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to Mr. Puccio, who put together that baby bachelor video that you saw last week that is sweeping the Seawolf community. Let me tell you, I have gotten emails and texts and calls all about when you're going to be able to see Baby Bachelor. It's in the works. That's all I'm going to say. We're figuring it out. Next up, I have a big guest for this week of Sitting with Seawolves, and I couldn't be more excited to have this week joining me by the bay, Mrs. Circo.
Hi.
How you doing, Mrs. Circo?
I'm so excited to be here. Listen, Mr. Lavanco, you're amazing. Jimmy Fallon ain't got nothing on you. This is fantastic.
Jimmy, you hear that? I'm coming for your throne, buddy.
Yeah.
Your throne will be mine.
You better watch out.
That's right. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. It's
I could be the Roots,
yes,
jam.
I think this is a great idea. I definitely could use your support on this. I think we need all hands on deck to take over, and I think we can do this. How are you doing? How's your isolation, quarantine, distancing going?
Doing very well. I have to say, I've got two kids, 11 and 7.5, and a husband working from home, and we're all here, but we're holding it down. We're staying sane, getting outside, social distancing with friends, and I ride my Peloton bike for exercise to keep sane every day. And I do a lot of writing. I've been doing a lot more writing, trying to finish lots of stories that I've started over the years. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll publish something.
So you so it's obviously you're an English teacher, one of the great ELA teachers we have at Scholars Academy, and you write on your own. That's something you do in your free time?
Write on my own. I do, even if it's one page a day, even if it's I type it, or even if it's something I keep something by my bed in case I have a dream that I said, oh my God, I gotta write that down. That's and sometimes the best ideas are born from there. It's just sometimes my mind works an overdrive and I have a lot of different stories. So I'm just trying to piece things together.
That's really cool. So you live it. It's not just something you do, from 8 to 3 or whatever. You live the world.
I live it. It's not just for teaching. I do still do some freelancing on for some sites, and because I used to, I know Mr. Lavanco used to be in broadcasting. I used to be a magazine writer for a brief period of time. I was in Teen Beat world.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't. That's awesome.
I was in the NSYNC Backstreet Boy era at Teen Beat magazine before they shut down. I found that I enjoy teaching writing more than I actually did, writing about what Justin Timberlake had for breakfast. But those were the days before, the internet took over.
That's right.
Print is dead, as they say. Although it's not. It's back. But as our magazine shut down, it was unfortunate.
So that was the magazine with all the posters inside, you could hang up.
Oh yeah, all the cutouts. Yeah, you hang them up on your wall. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I've met Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. I don't know if I'm hoping that the Seawolf Nation knows who I'm talking about. That's all.
Of course. I mean, who doesn't know Brit? Who doesn't know Xtina? Those are
Xtina.
Yeah, come on.
See, you're you got the first name basis kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I got my own. I got my own show, so I'm a R-list celebrity, I'd say.
You're in the know. But those were, they were young. They were, very coached by their media people to say the right things. But we had a lot of good times. Yeah.
That's really cool. Fun fact. We learn a lot of fun facts here on Sitting with Seawolves. But let me ask you, what's the best part of your day? I know you have 4 of you at home working
Yes.
from home, doing school. What's the best part in the Circo household?
The that's the best part in the Circo house. It's gonna sound corny, but the fact that we my daughter's over here saying doing puzzles. Yes, doing family puzzles is great. However, I just think the simple thing of, not that we didn't do this before, but just eating meals together, not worried about, I mean, we miss the running around. I miss driving my son to hockey practice, and I miss that. He's playing in the street, though. I just want to tell you, he's practicing every day because you're a hockey player, so I want to tell you that. But as much as the running around, my daughter would have roller skating and Girl Scouts. We actually just sit down to meals uninterrupted. So it's just really cool. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're all together. And I know that things will return to normal one day, and I will look back on those like little moments, those little like jokes, and like she said, puzzles, just little things like that. I know that sounds kind of corny and probably cliche, but
No, it's not
getting time
corny.
together.
It's not corny.
Teaching her to ride a two-wheeler. My daughter's learning to ride a two-wheeler. Just some time. Just get that time to do those little things.
Riding a bike is a big milestone. I
Riding
remember when I
yes.
first learned how to ride, it was a big deal. But I wouldn't say it's
last
corny.
year or 2 years ago?
A couple weeks ago, actually. I've been using my
yeah.
free time to learn how to ride two wheels. Thank you. Thank you for exposing me. But it's not corny because, we had Mr. Puccio on the show a couple weeks ago. He mentioned the time he's spending with his daughter, and it's time he normally wouldn't have at home. And I'm hearing that a lot, and I think it's great. Whatever we can do to kind of find the positives here, it's definitely a real benefit. I'm very lucky to have you here on the show.
Thank you. I'm very lucky to be here.
Because, like, you're kind of Scholars royalty. You are a Scholars original, right? Like, yeah, right. Like, you were around from the very start.
When I met Mr. O'Connell and he interviewed me, and I saw his vision, and I was lucky to have Ann Totis, who's another founding member, as a 5th grade teacher, who really made me want to go into teaching, who, when I spoke to her after Teen Beat had shut down, and I was kind of at a crossroads in my life with writing, and she said, you should be teaching it. You should be working with kids. And because we had kept in touch over the years. And when she told me about this new school that was starting, and I said, there's no way they're going to hire a brand new teacher for a new school. And I met Mr. O'Connell and immediately realized like his dream and his vision for the Rockaways, which is where I grew up. I don't live there now, but I grew up in Rockaway. So the community, this meant something to me, to be part of a school that was going to service not just the Rockaways, but surrounding areas as well. And I knew that it was going to be a lot of hard work, but everyone at Scholars I've met some of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life. Not only some of the greatest teachers, but the greatest humans I've ever met. And I'm just proud to say that I watched it grow from the beginning, like a little seed to this huge forest that is still growing. And this little setback, we're still going to be growing. This setback is not, we're not going anywhere.
I mean, as a relatively new member of the Scholars, community, Scholars
an amazing member. We're lucky to have you.
Thank you. Please, you're gonna make me blush. You're gonna make my cheeks as bright as the sunset back here.
I need some brightness. I need a little vitamin D.
We all do at this point, right? We've been stuck inside for so long. But Scholars would not be the place it is right now without sort of your influence, as well as the influence of Ann Totis and the rest of sort of the founding teachers.
Foundation, yeah.
The foundational support that built Scholars and the legacy that it has right now and the success.
But you're part of that legacy too now. So accept it, own it.
All right, fine. I will. Well, like we said, you are a Scholars OG, and you've been doing this from the very beginning. And I know you've been in the middle school for a very, very long time.
Yes.
But this is the big year for you. This is the first year you're teaching seniors.
Yes.
Yes. How's that been going?
I absolutely love it. I can't say enough about teaching not only the content of College Lit, because that's my jam, but this group of seniors found their way into my hearts, and I love them so much, and I miss them so much. And I know that I've spoken with all of you at some point. I'm speaking to them, like, hopefully they're listening. And I know that this is not the way you envisioned your senior year to be. And I wish there was a blueprint that we could say, this is how you work through a pandemic, but this is such an unprecedented time. And we never thought we'd ever live through this in our lifetime, in your lifetime. But teaching high school is a gift. Not to take anything away from the middle school. I love my sixth graders, but it has been a joy, and I'm going to miss this group so much. And I absolutely love it. I love teaching high school. It's definitely interesting though, to go from the 6th grade to 12th grade. And
at a change of a bell, you go from the youngest group that we have at school to the absolute oldest. And it's a different mindset. It's a different way of thinking.
You have
to
change the brain.
Yeah. And it's different, like, I'm sure, discussion protocols and different topics that you guys are going through.
Absolutely.
But it's a welcome change. It's a welcome change.
It's a very welcome change, because there's a lot of advice that, the 12th grade will tell me, make sure the 6th graders know it gets better, things get better, or you'll learn to manage your time better. You'll mature and grow up, and you'll find your friends, you'll find your tribe, your people. And the 6th graders will, give them, like, sometimes I've had the seniors come down and say hello, and they'll give them, words of congratulations. And for the 6th graders, they literally and figuratively look up. So it's been pretty cool to get them together. And I was planning on having the seniors execute the lessons that they're planning on live. So maybe we'll try to do that virtually. So.
I think that sounds awesome. And it's the sort of, to use a Disney phrase, right? It's the circle of life. It's the way we go about things. And it's people teaching people. It's awesome.
I'm not sing, but we teach people, right? We teach human beings. We teach
humans first. Yep.
Humans first. It's all about their, mental health. And I'm not just saying that to you, but it's important.
It's fine.
It's most important.
You can pander to me. I got my own show. I'm by the bay. It's okay. It's fine. No big deal. I'm not gonna. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I did ask this to Mrs. Camarinos a couple weeks ago. I know you are, a literature ELA teacher. You like writing yourself.
I do.
And now that we learned that you used to write for a living as a reporter, what word do you frequently misspell?
Oh, misspell. Oh, convenient.
Huh.
I don't know why.
Is it the I before E thing?
Sometimes I actually have to say the I before E, except I have to say in my head when I'm writing convenient. And I have to, like, say it with a little bit of an accent to get it right. So I'm going to go with convenience.
Okay. All right. That's good. No, it is a challenging word.
We all misspell things. Yeah.
We all do. Nobody's perfect. I still misspell embarrass after I talked about it. So it's, it's difficult. Words are hard.
Well, I wouldn't be embarrassed about that. No pun intended. Bad joke.
I like what you did there.
See what I did? Yeah.
I love it. So we're just just shy of June here, which is almost halfway.
I can't believe that.
I know, it's wild. Halfway through the year. How's your New Year's resolution going?
I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, and I'll tell you why. Because I always feel like when you say it in January, you set yourself up like that. It has to be at the beginning of the year. Like, you can set a resolution anytime. But generally speaking, I try to say I'm going to write a little bit every day. And it's been going pretty well. I mean, because literally we're in a pandemic. But I think I was doing pretty well. But I always say that, you could set a resolution anytime. A lot of people say it in January, and then by March kind of say, like, I forgot about it. So I try to say that I set Another corny thing, but when I take the Peloton classes that I take indoor cycling on the bike, they all say things like, you should just be happy you woke up today. Make a gratitude journal. Write down something you're grateful for as soon as you wake up. So I've been trying to say like something I'm grateful for, even if I don't write it down, just something in my head, because we all need a little motivation. We all need a little, kick to get up today, because it's hard. It's
It is. It's difficult.
Groundhog Day. We're like living the same
Yep.
day.
And
It's a little Groundhog Day. I
it
did
is.
just watch that movie with my son. It was very
terrific.
very funny.
Terrific movie. Bill Murray, comedy legend. Comedy legend.
Bill Murray is a comedy legend.
Yes. Hopefully we get him on the show one day. Maybe we'll see.
I've read that Bill Murray does not have an agent, that you have to just call Bill Murray until he like calls you back. So maybe if you just keep calling Bill Murray.
I'll try. I mean, I know there was a story a year or two where he like just crashed a wedding. Like he just showed up at somebody's wedding. Yeah, he just like walked into somebody's wedding and just started hanging out and taking pictures with everybody. And like, who would kick out Bill Murray? Like, I don't see anybody.
I mean, if anyone else did that, they'd probably call security. But if you're Bill Murray, you can do that.
Right. Legend, comedy legend. So if you're watching this, Bill, Mr. Murray, let's talk.
Give us a call.
Give us a call. When was the last time you wore jeans?
March 13th, 2020.
The exact date.
Friday the 13th. It was the last day of school. And it was like mic drop. We left. And I've been rolling in sweatpants ever since.
I am on that same cruise ship with you, riding out sweatpants and mesh shorts and having a great time doing it.
I'm on the cruise and I'm at smooth sailing here.
We're having a great time. When you're listening to music and a song comes on shuffle, what song is impossible for you not to sing when you hear it?
Oh, what song? Oh, wow.
We ask tough questions here. I mean, it's not an easy interview.
No, it's really not. And what song is impossible for me not to sing? I guess, and my seniors will probably appreciate this. Vienna, Billy Joel. So I kind of belt it. I'm not good at it, but I love the song. Therefore, I will sing.
I didn't ask if you were.
I do love that song, especially right now with the message, because it's kind of like it's speaking to people who are moving on to a next phase in their lives. And I had done it as a poetry lesson with my seniors. So take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. I didn't mean that we should go into quarantine for 60 days, but it's saying like, slow down, everything will come in due time. So, and I've been listening, do feel like I just have to like, it starts off slow and then I just belt it. I don't know if you want to be anywhere near. I might have unintentionally killed some cats in Oceanside with my singing, but
broken some mirrors, perhaps.
I love it.
Got to do it. You got to do it.
Got to do it.
What was the last song you had stuck? What was the last song you had stuck in your head?
The last song I had stuck in my head, my son was listening to, what was that song? The Weeknd, Blinding Lights. That's a new song. So
yes,
a newer, definitely newer than Billy Joel. So his class was listening to it. So I had that in my head and they've, so I've been playing like Blinding by the Lights like that. So that was kind of stuck in my head. Now it's back. So.
Which celebrity do you feel like you could meet tomorrow and just be best friends with them?
I'm going to have to say Springsteen. His music to me is poetry. It's timeless. And although he is literally, my dad's age, a 73-year-old man, I find that he is like some people, they say they're an old soul. He's a young soul. He's somebody that physically, mentally, spiritually, he's just like, doesn't age. So I feel like we would hang. Like we would roll to the wheel. He and I'd be rolling till the wheels fall off. Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen's a good time. I think he's Yeah,
And I love any one of his songs comes on the radio. Yeah, that's
timeless rock and roll legend. I mean, Bruce, if you're watching and you and Bill Murray want to come hang out with us,
Bruce and Bill Murray. I mean, I don't know. This is
come
going to be.
Come by. We're right by the bay. We're having a great time. Come and hang out with us. It's lovely down here.
It's really lovely.
It's really beautiful this time of day. You're absolutely right. Let's familiar with Sitting with Seawolves, we like to play a game with our guests.
I love games.
So it's game time. We're gonna do something different this week. We're gonna play Two Truths and a Lie. Familiar with this?
I am familiar with this.
Okay. So the way this works for you at home is both of us are going to take a second here, and we're gonna think of two truths about ourselves and one lie. We're gonna say all three, and the other person is gonna have to guess which one is the lie out of the three. So you are the guest. I'm going to defer to you. Would you like to go first?
I'm going to let you go first while I just let this stew for a second.
Okay. All right. So the first statement about myself is that I was, for 10 years, a wedding MC. The second statement about myself is that I was a high school janitor.
Okay.
Third statement about myself is that I played with a professional hockey player growing up.
Okay. The lie?
Mm-hmm.
Were you not an MC?
No, that was the truth. I have my own. I used to have my own DJ company.
You had a DJ. You could spin like. Can you scratch records?
I could. It's not one of my skill sets. I'm not a great scratch artist, but yes, I was a DJ for a number of years and used to intro weddings. Yeah,
I can so see you doing that.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. It's absolutely horrifying to try and not mispronounce somebody's name on their wedding day. It's like this, right? Like you don't want to be that person. So I'm very, very particular about how I pronounce people's names these days, because I know how important it is. But no, that was true. I used to be a high school janitor. That was also true. For a year, I was a high school janitor for a year, which was a great time. Enjoyed my whole, but the lie was I played with a former professional hockey player.
See, I thought you would have played with a professional hockey player.
I never played with him growing up. I did coach one. He ended up going on to play pro hockey. I did coach him when he was younger. Nothing I did taught him and set him up for his future success. That was all his own doing. But
I'm sure you had something to do with it. Pat yourself on the back a little bit.
No. He was excellent when he came to me, and when he left, I just kept him in line. I just made sure he didn't do anything stupid to get himself ineligible to play. That was it. But yeah, that was it. So first time I get a win here, but it is your turn.
I would have thought you would have played with a hockey player. So that was a good one.
Thank you. So let's see if we can go for the clean sweep here. Please say your three statements about yourself.
2 truths and 1 lie. Okay. I sang the national anthem at Citi Field, formerly known as Shea Stadium. I went skydiving in Hawaii, and I worked as a camp counselor for many years.
Okay. So this is my thought process. I'm going to walk you through and think out loud about how I'm going to choose my answer. Okay? Your personality speaks to me. And
thank you.
And if you were a camp counselor,
I hope in a good way.
If you were a camp counselor, I would have loved to have been in your group because it was probably an awesome time.
Thank
so that's true. You are very adventurous and you like to just go with things. You jump right into it. Skydiving is true. you proclaimed on this show that you are an awful singer and that you have killed cats with the sound of your voice. So that is the lie. You have not sung at City Field.
That is actually the truth.
Oh, come on!
No, everybody thinks I am adventurous in a lot of ways. I am, but I want to go skydiving so badly, but I'm petrified. So that's why I put that out there. It was my second grade teacher was the biggest Mets fan ever. And our class got to sing the national anthem at what is now Citi Field, but was Shea Stadium back in the day. In the 1980s, I'm dating myself here.
You got me. You got me.
I got you.
All right, I'll take that. I'll take 1 for 1. I think that's good for me. I got one more.
I wish that I am now going to take your confidence in me and I'll think about skydiving.
Listen, if you do, please make sure you give that video to us. We will air it here on the show. Be happy to do that. We're all about growth here. We're all about growth and exploring new things.
Okay.
Trying new things, sitting out by the bay, enjoying our time together.
Enjoying the day. Coffee by the bay.
One last question for you here for joining me on Sitting with Seawolves. What is the most unexpected thing that has ever happened to you?
Oh, the most unexpected thing. To be honest, I never, some people say all their lives they're going to be a teacher. I never thought I would go into education. Although I was a camp counselor for many years, although I love children, although I love writing, although I love reading, I never ever majored in I didn't take education classes till I graduated college. I was pursuing journalism. So the most unexpected thing that happened to me was after Teen Beat closed, and I talked to Ann Totis, and she kind of convinced me to try this new scholars endeavor, and then here I am. So I guess it doesn't sound unexpected because it wasn't yesterday, but it was something unexpected if I think of myself, as a kid. So
that is a wonderful answer. It is a great way to end the show this week. Thank you so much, Ms. Circo, for joining me.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
It was an absolute pleasure.
I'll hang by the bay anytime. Bill, Bruce, anybody else coming?
Who wants to come by and join us by the bay?
Okay.
We're here every week. Everyone, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching.